The world of genetics did him dirty because this is what we call a humpback pig.
So we gotta castrate this nut right here too. So good idea to get him out.
Oh, nice save. Well, good morning. You know, there's a lot of things that go with the sun coming up. Crows crowing. And then there's things that don't go with morning. And one of them is sitting right there. I think he can sense. I think he can sense what was going on there. What? What are you giving me that look for? I was just telling the people. I was just telling people that there's things that you think of with a good sunrise, like the birds and the chickens crowing and, you know, everything coming to life. And then there's things that don't seem to go with the sun coming up, like you. But you could sense that I was talking smack. So anyway, I'm gonna see whether or not, I'm gonna see how warm the soil temperature is.
That's a good idea.
I don't have a fancy probe, so I have my Stauffer Seeds thermometer, and I have it 2 inches in the ground. So let's see what it reads. Oh. It looks to me like it's about 47 degrees. That's actually not bad. I thought it might be a little more than that. We could be planting. It's just a matter of this storm that's coming, and we're gonna hold off. There's guys that are going, but let's face it, it isn't gonna take us very long to get done, so we might as well wait till it's a little better conditions. I think the conditions are fine. I just don't want to get this corn crop piss pounded and then have it crust and be searching around trying to figure out whether I parked the rotary hoe somewhere or whether I scrapped it. So we're gonna go with that plan and wait.
Hello everybody, we're up here at my site 3, and we're gonna be pulling some baby pigs today. So they've been here long enough now, they've kind of gotten used to the feeders, gotten used to the waters in the feeders, got used to the nipple bars. They kind of know the drill, and they're off to growing and growing every day. They've been here long enough now that pigs in the general population, you're always going to have the bottom 10%, and you're always going to have your overachievers, and most of the pigs are going to be somewhere in the middle. But those bottom 10% of pigs in the general population that aren't performing very well, that just aren't growing, they're either getting pushed away from the feeder, they might have a genetic ailment that's affecting them from growing, they might be a little sick, they might have swollen joints. There's a number of factors as to why a fallback pig is not doing well, but moral of the story is we want to get those kinds of pigs out of the general population and put them in their own separate pen, because if you don't, the rest of the pigs will just outgrow them, bully them, push them away from the feeder, and those fallback pigs, if they are sick, they could get the whole rest of the barn sick in the pen that they're in sick. So it's just a good idea to just separate those pigs out and put them with other pigs that are around the same size as them. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through every single pen, and any pigs that stand out to us as far as just not doing very good, we're gonna get them out, we're gonna pull them out of the pen, put them in the alley, and run them in their own separate pen.
This pig is just a little bit smaller than all the rest of them, so that's why I'm pulling it. So this pig, he's got a full belly, and you look at him and think, well, there's nothing wrong with him, except the world of genetics did him dirty, because this is what we call a humpback pig. So he's got this, his spine is curved, and the deck is stacked against him. So sometimes you get these pigs and they'll make it all the way to market, but a lot of times they have a lot of problems and he may not make it. So Leaving him in this pen is definitely not the thing to do, so we're gonna put him in the pull pen.
This pig, he's a little rough-haired, he's on the skinnier side, and I don't know, he might just not be feeling very good. So that's why I'm pulling him. This pig is healthy, he looks decent, he's just smaller than all the rest, so I think he'd do better in a fallback pen. That's just a sit, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, you're getting all the abnormalities today. So this pig probably got an injury and it got infected. So we're gonna try to lance that. We'll put him in the pull pen, we'll try to lance it and drain it, and he may be okay. But gotta get him out of here.
This pig, he's small, his backbone's showing a little bit. He's got a little bit of a, he's just got a disfigured back a little bit. Humpback is what we like to call him. And he also has a ruptured nut. Sow unit missed his nut, so we gotta castrate this nut right here too. So good idea to get him out.
So that's just a classic pig. He just needs to be with pigs his own size and not have so much competition, and he'll be fine. He'll bulk right up. Put him in that pull pen with the snap-in feeders and continue to feed them on the mat. And that feeder is full of the first ration, so they'll get a little extra. They'll pop right up. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of a biology question too, or answer. So about every video that we ever do that we pull pigs or we treat pigs and we're picking pigs up, somebody gets pretty upset, or they just ask the question, why do you grab a pig by their back leg? And I guess, why don't you grab another way, or why don't you grab them by the front leg? And there's a reason. The number one reason is you never want to grab a pig by his front leg, because his front leg is actually not attached to the rest of him by anything but cartilage. So there's no, it's not like your shoulder on your body or your hip where there's a ball and a socket. It is just muscle and cartilage that keeps this front leg in place. So if you grab a small pig, well, if you grab any pig by their front leg, you can tear that cartilage or dislocate it or basically break it, although you're not really breaking it because there's not a bone there, but you're ruining that joint where it goes together. The back leg, that's a ball and socket, and that is the safest place to grab a pig. And another thing is, pigs don't like to be like squeezed around their middle. If you pick a pig up with two hands like that, they don't like that because they don't like that compression. So the safest, best way to pick up a pig is by their back leg. And it isn't gonna hurt them because you're not gonna dislocate that hip. It's, you know, if I pick Sawyer up by his foot, I wouldn't get him very far, but if he picked me up by mine, you're not gonna dislocate my hip, you know what I mean? So it's really the best way to pick them up, and that's why we do it that way.
That pig there, you can tell he's kind of a humpback, and he's just smaller than everybody else in here. A little more rough-haired than everybody. Probably be a good idea to get him pulled. Oh. Yep. Good idea to get him pulled. That pig's pretty skinny right there. Both those pigs are pretty skinny. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab him. Oh. He's too quick for me. Too quick. There's a fair amount of small pigs in here. That pig's very small. That pig's pretty small too. Oh man, they're too quick for me. I'm losing my edge. I'm getting too old. Oh, I got one. Got one. There, got this one. I'll reevaluate once I get this pig out. Yeah, again, this pig is really small, so he's got a full belly, looks okay. He's just not like the rest of the pigs in here. They're all growing pretty well. He was not growing he wasn't growing tall. He was just kind of growing wide. Kind of like Torque. That pig's got kind of a swollen right joint, back right joint here. Look at his back right joint. It's pretty swollen. I think we should probably pull him before that turns into something. Oh, you're a big pig, but you can just see, look at that. He's got a bump right on that right leg there. So better get him pulled and check it out in the hospital pen or the pull pen. A lot of people call it different things. They call it pull pen, fallback pig pen, hospital pen. There's all different kinds of ways of saying it.
Just off the bat, I'm gonna take you because you got a little, you look pretty, oh. Ah. That pig's pretty plump, but his backbone's showing, so I'm gonna pull him. Here's one that's little, straight ahead. They're doing a good job getting started. That's the way I like to see it. They got water in the bottom, feed up top. It's not wicked up. They can get what they want. That's the way I like to see the feeders. What about him? I'd say that pig's the smallest pig left, so I'm gonna take him out. And he's right up there in the corner. While I'm here, I'm gonna take these nipple bars out. These pigs they're doing good enough that they don't need the nipple bar anymore because they got water in the feeder, so. Those are the ones you gotta get because, so he was a big frame pig, but for whatever reason, he just didn't start eating. So he's thinned up. It's like every time you walk through, you just see. This is one of those jobs that you just can't really rush. Because, like that pig there, I don't know. He's got a little bit of a hump. I don't know. He's full bellied. I'm gonna leave him for now. Oh, right there. Right there. All right, well, I'm gonna finish this row right here and then we'll call it good. We're not doing the north room today.
Come on, piggies, let's go. Got the stragglers.
Come on, puppy. Oh, convict. Oh, nice save. Nice save. Come on, puppy. Let's go.
Now that's a great looking group of pigs there. That's what we say every time.
Well, all you can say about your pull pens is it makes everything else look a lot better. And that's just I've said it many times, but pigs are just like people. You get 4,000 head of people, you're gonna have 10% of them that are gonna be a little rough looking. They're gonna need a little extra care. In the human case, maybe it's a little care, maybe it's a little counseling, fill in the blank, whatever
rehab.
it is, a little rehab. But that's what this is. We're gonna do a little rehab on these pigs, and most of them are gonna make it, and a few of them probably won't, but that's life right there. That's life. So we'll do the best we can with what we got. I'm gonna throw a little feed on the mat. If they haven't figured out where the feed is yet, it's probably not a good sign, but it makes me feel better. So. They got their red snap ins. I'm gonna leave the nipple bar in on this bunch for a little longer. So